What happened today inside that courtroom has sent shockwaves across Nigeria and the world. The May 28th trial of Nnamdi Kanu didn't just reveal the weakness of the case against him, it exposed deep fears within the Nigeria government. Why are they so afraid to let him go? What are they hiding? And is this finally the moment freedom knocks on Kanu's prison door? This is the update you have been waiting for, packed with courtroom drama, secret pressure from foreign diplomats, and growing movement demanding justice. Stay tuned, subscribe, and let's unpack the truth they don't want you to know. If this is your first time on our channel, kindly subscribe, like, comment, and share. Join the movement, spread the truth. Hashtag free Nnamdi Kanu. Today, May 28, 2025, another chapter unfolds in the long, painful story of Nnamdi Kanu's legal battle with the Nigerian government. The Federal High Court in Abuja was filled with tension as lawyers, security operatives, diplomats, observers, and supporters gather once again for what is known a global case, not just a Nigeria issue. But what made today different? Three major things: explosive revelation from Kanu's legal team, suspicious silence from the federal prosecutor, global observers finally raising their voices. One, the defense come with fire. Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer didn't hold back. They argued that the Nigerian government had no valid reason to continue detaining their clients. In fact, they pointed to ECOWAS rulings, international human rights laws, even Nigeria's own constitution as evidence. Continued detention is illegal. They said it clearly. This government is violating its own law just to keep one man behind bars because of political fear. The courtroom was silent. The judge listened carefully, but it was obvious something had changed. The defense was no longer just pleading for justice. They were accusing the government in legal language. Federal government has no clear reply. Now, here's where things got even more interesting. The federal lawyers representing the government seemed unprepared while they gave their usual statements about national security and ongoing investigation. They couldn't answer the key question: what law has Nnamdi Kanu actually broken that justify this long detention? When pressed by the defense, the prosecution began to dodge. They couldn't provide solid evidence. They couldn't explain the delay, and they certainly couldn't respond to the ECOWAS ruling that declared Kanu's arrest and detention unlawful. This is what sparked whisper across the courtroom. Is this trial real or just a cover-up? Let's move beyond the courtroom for a second, because outside something powerful is happening. Something the Nigerian government didn't expect. International attention is now fully on this case. Just hours after today's section ended, reports began circulating across BBC Africa, Al Jazeera, Human Rights Watch, and even Amnesty International, all raising the same question: why is the Nigerian government still detaining Nnamdi Kanu when they clearly have no case? One, foreign diplomats in court. For the first time in months, foreign diplomats were spotted inside the courtroom, not just sitting and watching, but taking notes, quietly observing every word, every motion, every delay. According to report, representatives from the UK, the US, and the EU were all present. Why? Because Nnamdi Kanu is not just a Nigerian prisoner anymore. He holds British citizen, and his human rights concerns are now global business. One observer told a reporter outside the court, if Nigerian government keep pushing this illegal detention, they may face diplomatic consequences soon. And that, my friend, is where the game is changing. Let's be honest, this case should have ended long time ago. So why is Nnamdi Kanu still behind bars? The answer is simple but scary. The government is afraid. One, fear of mass mobilization. Nnamdi Kanu is not just an individual. He is a symbol of resistance, a voice for millions in the Southeast. His release could spark mass political awakening, something the government is not ready for. They fear that once Kanu is free, there will be massive rallies across the East. The call for Biafra self-determination will grow louder, and the government may lose control over the narrative. That fear has nothing to do with law. It has everything to do with power. 2. Fear of international embarrassment. Releasing Nnamdi Kanu now, after months of claiming he was a threat to national unity, would be a huge political backtrack. It will expose the fact that the government has no strong case and they have wasted taxpayers' money on political witch hunt. They are afraid of appearing weak, especially under international eyes. If this is your first time on our channel, kindly subscribe, like, comment, and share. Join the movement, spread the truth. Hashtag Free Nnamdi Kanu. The power of public opinion. Voice from the street. While the drama was unfolding inside the courtroom, something else was happening outside. A growing wave of voices, louder than ever before. 1. Southeast reactions in Onitsha, Aba, Owerri, and Enugu. The streets were buzzing with anger and frustration. People are no longer just asking, when will Nnamdi Kanu be free? They are now demanding, why is he still locked up in the first place? From traders to students, pastors to motorbike, the message is clear. We are watching, the world is watching, and we will not be silent anymore. One market woman told a local radio station, if the court say he should be released, then why is Buhari go still holding him? This is not democracy, this is dictatorship. That line went viral on X. 2. Protest warning. Civil society groups are already planning nationwide protests if there is another delay in justice. Youth across the southeast and south-south are preparing for what they call injustice or shutdown campaign. The warning is simple. If Kanu is not free soon, Nigeria should expect a peaceful but powerful upspring. Now, let's talk about IPOB itself. While many expected IPOB to react aggressively to the ongoing trial, they have been surprisingly quiet and focused. Their leaders are now speaking the language of law and diplomacy, not violence. In an official statement released today, IPOB said, we are choosing the path of peace, but peace does not mean silence. If justice is denied again, we will activate every legal and international option available. What does that mean? 1. They may return to international courts. 2. They may activate a non-violent civil resistance campaign. And they are warned that any provocation of violence will not come from them, but from state actors trying to discredit their movement. This calm posture is actually scaring the government even more because it shows IPOB has matured into a global movement, not just a local protest group. Now, back to the court. Observer noticed something unusual about today's proceeding. The judge was usually reserved, the listening attentively, made few comments, and didn't push back much against Kanu legal team. Is that a good sign? Possibly, but some believe it could also be a setup, buying time, allowing the government to regroup and delaying justice again through another adjustment. However, according to one legal analyst, if the court rules again to continue this trial without solid evidence, then it is no longer a legal matter. It becomes a political trap. In simpler terms, judiciary may be under pressure, and that is why today's silence is louder than words. What happened next? 3 possible outcomes. Let's break it down based on today's trial and everything surrounding it. There are 3 possible directions this case could take. 1. Immediate release. If the judge listens to the legal argument and the ECOWAS ruling, Kanu could be released soon, either on bail or unconditional freedom. But this depends on political will, not just legal facts. 2. More delays. This is the most likely outcome. The court may adjourn again, citing national interest, or ongoing consultation or hoping the public gets tired. But the tactics is backfiring because the more they delay, the stronger the global support grows. 3. Secret negotiation. There are just whisper, that the government may be quietly negotiating with Kanu's team. Why? Because they fear that a public release may make him a hero, but a private deal could help them control the narrative, maybe even exile or supervise freedom. We don't know yet, but the signal are showing. Is freedom near or far? Let's be honest, this case has gone far too long. Over 1,000 days of detention, over 30 court appearances, multiple court orders, one man, one voice, and yet a government so terrified to let him go. So ask yourself, if Nnamdi Kanu truly committed a crime, why is the government afraid of giving him a fair and speedy trial? If the evidence is so strong, why delay the court sessions? And if the constitution say all Nigeria have the right to freedom, fair hearing and justice, then why is Kanu exception? The truth is bitter but clear. This is no longer about justice, it is about fear, it is about power. And the more the government delay, the more the people awaken, the more the world watch, the more the demand for hashtag free Nnamdi Kanu grows louder than ever before. What you can do, be part of the movement. This fight isn't just Kanu's alone. It is not just IPOB. It is not just the Southeast. It is about all of us. It is about kind of country we want to live in. A country where people are punished for their beliefs. A country where court ruling means nothing. A country where justice is only for the powerful. Or a country where the rule of law is supreme, where human rights are respected, and where no voice is silenced by fear. If you are watching this and you believe in freedom, don't stay silent. Here is what you can do. Use your voice, post, tweet, talk, spread awareness using hashtag free Nnamdi Kanu. Put pressure on leaders. Ask your local reps, senators, and governors where they stand. Support lawful protest and petition. Let the world know this injustice can't continue. And most importantly, if it is your first time on this channel, kindly subscribe, like, comment, and share. This is not just news. This is a movement. Let's make history together. May 28 trial may not have ended with a final judgment, but it has given us something even more powerful. Clarify, courage, and confirmation that the government is afraid not of a man, but of the truth. And the truth is simple. Nnamdi Kanu deserves justice. He deserves freedom. He deserves his voice. Let the people speak. Let the courts act. Let justice prevail. Until then, we keep watching. We keep reporting. We keep raising the alarm. This is your channel for fearless political analysis, and we won't stop until freedom rings. Comment and share. Join us in this fight for justice. Spread the word. Stay informed. Hashtag free Nnamdi Kanu now. Justice for Kanu.